Bad Omen bitches stay obsessed and mad, which is like, I'm not new to that. Like, Sleep Token fans are kind of weird and annoying. So I get it, but like, girl. Okay, I don't know much about what's going on with Bad Omens. I know that they announced the festival date right after they canceled their UK and the European dates. And people's is mad and angry and angry and mad and mad and angry. I feel like every day there's something. I'm gonna do my hair while I talk to you. There's something going on with Bad Omens at some point. Like, they're at the center of, like, I don't really want to call it drama, but it's like it's siempre algo. Like, I don't understand why it's always something with this damn band. I know a few things. One, they canceled the European tour and the UK dates because of mental health reasons due to the vocalists being hella burnt out. I know that much. I also know that literally right after that happened, they announced like a festival in October. It's June. It's June, babe. He'll be fine by October. I think. So there's that. Apparently, they have a history of doing this. I don't know if it's a history, but that's something that I've seen go around. Their fans are super obsessive, which is, I'm not new to that. I'm a Sleep Token fan. I know obsessive behavior. Girl, it's a mess. And the fans seem to think that they have a preference of US tours over touring anywhere else, mainly like Europe and the UK and all that. I want to get into it a little bit. And I just want to talk about this specific incident, this specific thing. I'm not a Bad Omens fan like that. I just know the TikTok song, to be honest. Like, that's all I know. I don't know anything else about that. That's it. And they're like horny core, similar to Sleep Token, because they'd be bundled up in the same category. They're like in the same Sleep Token. What's the other one? What's the other one? What is Spirit Box? Coño su madre. That girl. Anyways, as part of like kind of sort of horny core esque type band. No, they got a little bit of rhythm and soul and whatever. Hello, babe. I need you to stop. I'm not a big fan like that, so I feel like I'm coming in with an unbiased opinion. That's crazy to do, but also in context, like, it's understandable to get mad or to get upset, disappointed at the fact that a show got canceled. Recently, I think Meg had to cancel her Atlanta date, but that was because the water was turned off and there was like a whole bunch of shit going on. Regardless of the fact, like, you do have to take a person's mental health seriously, but a lot of people's issue was that apparently this is a habit or like a thing that they do. Trust the process. This is not going to look good or cute until the end. I don't know if this is really something that you could say this is a habit, because from what I could tell, people were saying just a lot of shit. I know it's weird, like brushing out your lock, but mainly I'm just brushing down my this part, my new growth. Anyway, people were very understanding. People were like, no, 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 baby girl, take your time. But then they announced they were getting on a festival in the US in October. Mayhem Festival. Yeah, I think context is needed there for sure. But um I guess the main issue that people have, more than just being disappointed in the fact that they can't see their boys, mainly their main boy, I forget his name, the vocalist. I'm noticing people seem to think that Bad Omens has a preference for going on tour in the US over the UK. Within comment sections, did I say screenshots? No. You're gonna take my word for it, unfortunately. This is one festival date over a whole European tour. I still have opinions on it, but I just want to give that clarification. I'm pretty sure someone's mental health can handle one festival date over a whole tour. Apparently, they have a history of doing this because supposedly, I don't know, they have a habit of canceling tours. They just dropped one tour. This is the one with Census Fail, and that was a whole drama in and of itself. Girl, I'm not even gonna get into that. You know, Census Fail being bullies, and I don't know, nor do I care. I just know that they dropped one tour. What band hasn't dropped at least one tour in their career? You're gonna drop a tour. If you're a touring band, I don't know if I like how this looks. I don't know of a single band in their entire career that has never dropped a tour. It's disappointing. I understand that. Like, I have been two shows where like the day of, minutes before, the band that I wanted to see had dropped last minute, and that is disappointing as fuck. But this is a European tour that, like, I guess I don't know if people had time to get their money back or whatever. I don't know the situation. I think the second show they cut was because of COVID. Unless there's other shows, I think that's the only thing that I've seen. Like, people were making it seem like that show that they cut in February of 2020 was their fault, and I'm like, baby girl, it was COVID. What you mean? Like, I don't know. We started going to shows way too quickly after everything, after lockdown. I like this. Okay, I like it. Because people just seem to forget that there was a whole Pandora's box. There was a whole panorama, baby. There was a whole periodic table that has literally people. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that wasn't their fault. You know what I mean? If that's the one that people are referring to, y'all are nuts. I don't know. That's weird. I don't think Bad Omens has a habit of dropping shows. That's stupid. And unfortunately, Bad Omens has a history of fans just saying shit about, oh, you're kidding me. My power just went out, girl. I'm gonna keep going. Okay. Bad Omens has a history of people lying on their name, basically, and just like saying weird stuff just to like get attention from them, and if they could get more information out of them. Like, there were people, there's other videos on this, like, I'm not even gonna get into it, but apparently it was just a lie to see if they could get information out of them, to see if he does have a girlfriend or not. Like, it's weird shit like that, y'all. You bitches are weird. I guess this is one of those weird lies of people just saying, like, oh yeah, they have a habit of, I don't know, uh dropping shows. I don't believe that's true. You drop one show and then people make it seem like it's your fault and like you're, oh, we can't trust you anymore. I don't know. People are so fucking weird. I don't know how to lay down my edges at all. This is new for me. It's weird obsessive band behavior, which is, I don't want to say it's fine, but unfortunately, it's very normal. Whatever. My edges are not doing what they need to do. I'm just going to let that be. I just have two opinions on this because I feel like the fans just have a weird entitlement to bands in general now. Maybe not just now, but I just see it more often because social media. Me as a Sleep Token fan, I'm concerned because I know my fair share of obsessive behavior. Someone said online that, like, they clearly have a preference, that Bad Omens has a preference with touring in the US versus touring in Europe. Listen, where there's more money, I don't know. I would think Europe spends their money to, you know, see people play. I don't think the money is the issue, but I just, maybe it's easier to tour in the US. I don't think that's the issue. People just are upset that, like, something has happened where they don't really tour a lot in Europe or in the UK, I guess. I don't think that's true either, but that's been like the main consensus, that they don't tour a lot over here. Clearly, you American bitches get everything. It's kind of like how it sounds. And I'm just like, okay. I don't even know if my edges are actually laying down or not, girl. This tour that they just canceled in the year in Europe and UK and everything, that's a lot of money that they lost. So this festival is probably collateral, girl. I don't know. It's a crazy thing to just drop, and then for fans to be like, "How dare you?" Like, I don't know. They make it seem like they did it on purpose to like disappoint the fans on purpose. I don't know. You bitches are weird. Like, that's how y'all sound. What are my edges doing, girl? I will say though, I think because he's been so vocal about his mental health, you would think that he would be more proactive. Just seeing this from the outside, I think it's kind of, it is your responsibility as a band. Like, if you know that this is, I don't want to say this. You know this is your job. You're gonna tour. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Like, that's a lot of people's money. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like you should be responsible enough for your own mental health. Even though I know that's like technically not how that works, but also like you took a lot of people's money. You feel me? Like, there's a lot of disappointment. People are gonna get their money back, but I'm saying, like, it's irresponsible, in my opinion, to just be, for lack of a better term, reckless with people's money like that in the economy that we live in, where ain't nobody got money to be dropping like that. There are people who are gonna be like, I took off X amount of days of work to go see you. I did this. I made sure that I was off XYZ thing to see you guys. Like, I made sure that I invested my money in order for me to see you guys. And unfortunately, with how Ticketmaster is and the lawsuit, people are not gonna see their money back for a while. That's my issue. I'm gonna lay them down. I don't know what my agents are doing. Whatever. It is what it is. Take action with your mental health, obviously. And if that means you have to cancel a tour, that means you have to cancel a tour. With how people are reacting, you would think that Bad Omens stole their money directly from their fucking wallets. But at the same time, I understand, like, the person that's watching you values you enough to take that time off of work, on top of spending their hard-earned money to go see you, on top of possibly spending more money on parking, possibly buying a drink or two at the bar. Like, there's an investment in that money that's going to you when it could go to other people or other things. And again, we live in a shitty economy right now that a lot of people, if we can afford to go see someone, I want to make damn sure that it goes through. And I'm not saying that as like a entitlement thing. I don't want it to come off as like the fans are entitled to something. I'm just saying there's a responsibility to the bands themselves to say, can we feasibly tour? No? Then let's not do it. We have proven time and time again, and it's been proven by other artists through different genres, that you can make money off of your craft, off of your music, without needing to tour. And if you want to make a living off of your craft, you can do it through different means. You can make music and release it. You can produce on the side. You can be a writer. You can be a little content creator and be a little influencer on the side and make money off of brand deals. I don't want to like compare it to Megan, because Megan is one, not even in the same genre, and two, is a mega star. But I'm saying, like, Megan did not release shit forever. Had to take a long break after what happened to her. She was very, very vocal about her mental health and did not tour until she was ready to come back. Did a whole bunch of other stuff on the side, getting a producer credit, because I know she got a producer credit off of her technically it was an album, but like her mixtape, basically, that got her out of her contract. And she was doing other shit. And other bands and artists have done the same thing. So if you know that this is where your mental health is, mentally, you don't feel like you can feasibly like tour, and you're relying on merch sales, you're relying on ticket sales, on VIP meet and greets and all this stuff. If your mental health is going to get in the way of that, you need to figure out a plan B, plan C, plan D, until you are able to put your mental health plan into action while you are on tour. If you can take that time off to just do what you got to do, create, write music, release the music, do other shit around it. That way you can make your money. I'm not saying it's all about money, but we live in an expensive world. That just is what it is. I'm just saying, if you got to take that time off to figure your shit out, figure your shit out. Regardless of what people think about it, figure your shit out. The more disappointing thing is having this shit happen, where Bad Omens fans are like, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of discourse. But there's little camps in the fandom that react differently in different ways. And the really obsessive fans, I'll call them like the super fans, are very upset at the fact that they can't see their boy tour. Any band that does this, I feel like it's just irresponsible to play with people's money in their face. I'm not saying that's what happened by any means. What I am saying is that's what it looks like to a lot of people. You playing in their face with their money because you are responsible for your mental health. If you have a system around you that's helpful to you to get you to that point, a support system that's going to help you to get better, that's great. But that's really your responsibility. And I don't want to be this person either, because I don't like when people do it to the bands that I like, however, I don't see the big deal with Bad Omens at all. At all. I don't know why people are so obsessed. I don't get, but also I'm a Sleep Token fan. So like I get how I love Sleep Token to death and back. I love them. Vessel's my man, my man, my man. Like, so I get that it can happen to any band. I just feel like the parasocial is parasocialing. Y'all be going Google Gaga over this man. I think overall, I just again feel like it's irresponsible to play in people's face like that with their money. Not a good look, babe. Not a good look. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. I'm gonna stop yapping.